Hey, I've got two stories here, two emails that have come in the last week, and they've greatly impacted me personally, and caused us to want to do and try a couple of different things. When I started out on this journey, particularly talking about post-traumatic stress, I did it with the axiom that vulnerability was courage, and I took some chances in writing the book and even sharing with the videos about different things that were important and different things that came to mean a lot and different things that helped. The motivation behind it all was, as a man who'd been sexually abused early in life, was to open up a platform where an honest conversation could happen about the impact of sexual abuse and men and what we deal with concerning post-traumatic stress disorder. Not that it doesn't apply across the board, because it surely does. A principle's a principle. And I've always had a strong affinity with people who have been in the military and have been through and still suffer from post-traumatic stress, because PTSD is PTSD. It's a neurological change that has a physiological manifestation, and the cause of the trauma is really secondary to the impact that the trauma has on a second-day life, on your everyday life. Look, there's just two things that happen, and I just want to tell you about them and some things that we're wanting to do going forward. The first was from a fellow out of Australia, Scott. Scott served with the Royal Australian Forces overseas for 8 years, then as a contractor for 10, and came back and had deals with depression and PTSD. He's got a great support network, his wife and his son. Very similar to what Mel is to me, I believe, and my boy is and my kids are to me. But Scott did a fantastic thing. He just was so touched by the book. He just went ahead and brought another one, paid for the postage, and then said, I just want to give this to another vet who can't afford it. And that happened. So we've started this program called Give One, where you can just go onto our website and buy a book and the shipping, and if you've got someone in mind that you want to ship it to, then we'll ship it to them. If not, we've got a list of people who really could benefit from the book. And the second one was from a guy, I'll just call him JT. JT is currently homeless, a couple of suicide attempts. He spent a bunch of time overseas, and in his words are this: I wish the Army provided your book as part of the training for all mental health providers, because you hit PTSD on the mark. As a former mental health provider and a patient currently diagnosed with massive depression disorder and post-traumatic stress disorder, your book is the best thing I've read out there that really encapsulates it all. You've been through hell, man, and it shows, because you're able to make something out of it and turn it into positive. Thank you so much for your book. It has helped me get through some very, very dark days. And I suppose what really struck me about JT is this homeless vet who managed to scrape together some money to buy a copy of the book, and it's just saved his life, which is a very humbling thing to be associated with. And for guys like JT, we've started something which is buy one, give one. Whereas if you buy a copy of the book and you just want to, for the cost it is for us for the book, you can buy a second one, and we'll just ship that to another veteran or another trauma sufferer. And we just want to pay it forward as best we can and try and touch and reach as many people as best we can. We've got stories of people who are now walking around with a book, carrying it with them daily. It's something they can reflect on, they share with others, and something that helps them. And I've never asked why this happened to me. I only ever asked that it would be turned around for good. And it's amazing to see.